Okay, so for these problems, what we're going to do is we're going to draw the problem or the molecule twice. On the left is going to be our rough draft, and then on the right, it's going to be kind of our final version of it, where we're going to add some stuff later on that we haven't learned yet, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what molecules, what atoms these closely represent, or can be represented by the molecules, and then we're going to build it, we're going to draw it, and we're going to do all this stuff in here. All right, so let's take a second and give it a try. Okay, so lithium, we don't have an atom for lithium, but it's in the same group as hydrogen. That's why we picked white for this one. And bromine, all the halogens are green. So we're going to put those two things together, and then we'll have a little molecule. All right, so lithium has how many valence electrons? Good, it has one. And then bromine has how many? 7, right. It has 7. It's in group 17. Its electron configuration would be S2 and then P5, so that's where you get the 7 from. All right, but each of them have a single dot here, so we're going to form a bond between those two. So our rough draft is going to look like this. Now, this one's a very simple molecule. There's not a lot we can do. For example, we can't do an AXE pattern for it. There's no central atom, all right? So we can't do that. Can we talk about the shape? What's the shape of this? Yeah, it would just be linear. Does it have an angle? No, there's no central atom, so we can't do an angle for it. So all we can really say for this one is it's linear, all right? And again, later on, we'll do our final draft with the Lewis structure and the dipoles. But actually, we can draw just the molecule, because the final draft will just kind of look like this, just cleaned up a little bit. And cleaned up just means where you had these, you just kind of like make it a solid line, and then you draw. The Lewis structure means you show the electrons. So we're going to show bromine's 6 electrons here. All right, so that would be the cleaned up version of it. We'd also, if there was a shape, we'd make it look like the shape, but this one's just linear, so that's fine. You could also draw it vertically if you'd like as well. Okay, any questions? No? All right, let's check out the next one. Okay, so here we have CBr3F. Now, what is C? It's carbon, right? What color is carbon for the molecule kits? It's black, okay. And then you have bromine and fluorine. What are they both? Yeah, they're both going to be halogens, so they're going to be green. Now, you might not have enough green. That's okay. We'll talk about that in a sec. But out of these, we need to figure out what the central atom's going to be. So what I would do is I would draw one of each of them. All right? And then draw their valence electrons, because then you'll be able to start to figure out what the central atom's going to be. Carbon has how many valence electrons? It has 4, right? Because it's in group 14, or if you do the electron configuration, the end of it would be S2P2, so that's 4. Bromine has how many? 7, good. Fluorine has how many? Okay. Central atom. That means you need to connect a bunch of things to it, right? Out of these 3, which can you connect the most things to? Carbon, right? Because you can connect 4 things to the carbon, right? All right, cool. So that's going to go in the middle. All right. And then we're going to put the other things around it, right? Because we have 3 bromines and we have 1 fluorine. Now, with this one, it doesn't matter where you put them, but if it was like 2 and 2, you would put the similar ones next to each other, okay? But again, there's 3 and 1, so it doesn't matter. You can put them wherever. But if it was 2 and 2, you'd put the similar ones next to each other. And you could put your fluorine on any side, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's a rough draft. But we have some more things we can add to this. For example, what's the AXE for this? Good, AX4, yeah. because there's one central atom and there's 4 connected around it, so AX4, all right? Because it's AX4, what's the bond angle? 109.5. Good, 109.5. Is there anything else that we can tell from that? Yeah, the shape, good, the shape, it's tetrahedral. Good, it's tetrahedral, all right, we have these 3 things, good. Is the shape pretty good? We drew it pretty tetrahedral-like, right? So for the final one, we just kind of make it look a little nicer. And it doesn't look much nicer. Okay, and for now, that's all we would do for this until we learn